It's that time of year when I get one call after the next from various clients saying, what's the market doing? And actually at this point in the year, it's really hard to say what it's doing because activity levels are so low. It's December. People don't buy and sell properties in December as a rule. So we've also had a bit of a period where it's been super flat. We had the budget statement in November, which just deterred anybody from doing anything in terms of buying and selling property. So we've had this period of several months where everyone's felt a bit flat and nobody's really, gone into buying properties just because they feel like it. So I think what's coming is we've got a little bit of pent-up demand. Of these people who haven't moved house, there's always people who need to move house. And I think they are going to start coming out of the woodwork fairly shortly. So going into 2026, what's going to happen? Well, I think there are three ingredients that are key. The first one of these ingredients, there's talk of an interest rate cut this week, which is rumoured to be 0.25%. Although 0.25% sounds so trivial, actually that is 6% off the interest payments that people will have to make on their mortgages, so it's not insignificant. That will make it a lot more affordable, particularly for first-time buyers, to take out mortgages. So that's the first of the ingredients. The second ingredient, which I don't know how many people have thought about this, but minimum wage is going up in April, and it's going up quite considerably, which means not so much in the London area, but as you come out of London, particularly to the north or the cheaper areas of the country for property, where wages are lower, what it will mean is a lot of couples in their 20s will suddenly have a much better salary and much better mortgage affordability. They'll be able to afford, combined salary for two people will be about 52k as a minimum if they're working full time. If they are earning that amount, they'll be able to borrow mid 200s with a small deposit. That will suddenly bring the reality of buying a house to a lot more people. So I think, again, that will really increase the level of sales, particularly at the lower levels, but then again, that will filter up to the upper levels as people sell to those people. So that's the second important ingredient. And the third ingredient that I can see coming is a lot of tenants are going to be thrown out of their rental properties because landlords are sick of the Renters' Rights Act. So many of them have just had enough with all this extra legislation already, and the Renters' Rights Act to many landlords is the final straw. And I think what this is going to mean is a whole stream of people being given Section 21 ahead of when the Act becomes law in May. So my guess in about February is we will see an unprecedented number of Section 21s being served. Combined with the other two ingredients I've just mentioned, the mortgage rate drop and the minimum wage rise, I think that will mean a lot more people choose to buy houses. My predictions going into 2026 are that we should see some pent-up demand, a little bit more activity, and I think it should be a reasonable market with a reasonable volume. I'm not predicting massive price rises. We've not seen massive price drops either. Prices have stayed roughly the same, so I think that will continue, and I think we may see a gradual increase in price. So good time to buy, probably not a bad time to sell either. Hopefully we'll see a little bit more activity across the board. If you find these podcasts useful, drop me a comment with any other questions you'd like me to address. I'll do my best to get back to you with another video. Thank you.